There's a moment right after you say your name when the whole room decides how it feels about you. You can feel it happen, even if no one says a word out loud. A tiny pause, a quick glance, a small shift in the energy around you. And most people never realize that moment is the entire game. A first impression is formed in seconds, before your second sentence even lands. The good news is, you're not stuck with whatever impression you've been making. You can change it, starting with the very next person you meet. You don't need to be louder or more extroverted to do it. By the end, you'll walk into any room knowing exactly what to do. And I promise, none of it is fake and none of it is a trick. It's just how warm, magnetic people naturally show up, made simple. Here's your first small win before we even go deeper. The next time you meet someone, slow down by about 10% and breathe out before you speak. That one shift alone will make you look calmer, warmer, and more grounded in seconds. It sounds tiny, but you'll feel the difference the very first time you try it. People aren't analyzing your resume when they meet you. They're reading your face, posture, voice, and energy all at once. Their brain is asking one quiet question underneath everything else. That question is simple. Am I safe and welcome around this person? Everything you'll learn today is really just a warm answer to that one question. Because when someone feels safe around you, they open up. And when they open up, a first impression turns into a real connection. So the goal isn't to impress people, it's to put them at ease. Here's the simple shift almost no one uses. Stop trying to be interesting and start being interested. The most magnetic people in any room make others feel genuinely seen. You can do this in 30 seconds without saying anything clever. You do it with your eyes, your face, and the way you turn toward them. Start with your face, because your face speaks before your mouth does. Most people walk into new rooms with a neutral, guarded face. Slightly tight jaw, flat eyes, mouth closed just a little too firmly. They don't mean to look cold, but that's how it reads to strangers. So, before you enter any new room, do a quick face reset. Unclench your jaw, soften your eyes, let your mouth relax into a small, easy smile. Not a big grin, just a warm, resting expression. Think of someone you love walking in and let your face reflect that. That single shift can flip you from unapproachable to instantly welcoming. If you're the quiet one in the group, this move is especially powerful for you. Next, let's talk about your eyes, because eye contact is where trust begins. Too little reads as nervous or distant, too much reads as intense. The sweet spot is warm, relaxed, and curious, not locked and unblinking. Here's a simple way to get it right without overthinking. When you first meet someone, notice the color of their eyes. That's it. Just a quick mental note of the color. That tiny task forces you to actually see them instead of scanning past them. And people can feel the difference between being scanned and being seen. When they feel seen, they instantly relax around you. Now the single biggest first impression mistake most people make. It's treating the greeting like a transaction instead of a moment. The quick, "Hey, nice to meet you," said while already looking at the next person. The limp handshake given while your mind is somewhere else. The rushed name exchange where neither person actually hears the other. None of that is a real greeting. It's just noise dressed up as politeness. A magnetic first impression treats the greeting like it matters, because it does. You slow down, you land, you look at them, and you mean it. Even 3 extra seconds of presence can change how you're remembered. So try this in your next conversation. When you say hello, plant your feet, face them fully, and stay 1 beat longer than feels normal. That 1 beat is where warmth lives. It's what people walk away remembering, even if they can't explain why. Now let's talk about names, because names are quiet magic. When someone tells you their name, actually catch it and repeat it back gently. Maya, nice to meet you. That small repetition helps you remember it and makes them feel heard. And if you forget 2 minutes later, that's okay. Just say, "I want to make sure I got your name right. Could you tell me again?" That's not awkward, that's respectful, and people love it. They remember you because you cared enough to get their name right. Here's the next shift, and this one changes almost everything. Your body has to match the message your mouth is sending. If your words say nice to meet you, but your shoulders are turned away, your body wins. So when you meet someone, turn your whole torso toward them. Not just your head, not just your eyes, your whole torso. This is full body listening, and it signals total attention. It tells them, you have all of me for this moment. Most people are half listening, half scrolling, half looking around. When you show up fully, you stand out without ever raising your voice. Now let's talk about your voice, because tone is doing more work than you think. Too fast, and you seem nervous. Too flat, and you seem uninterested. The sweet spot is warm, unhurried, and a little lower than your normal pitch. That's why we did that quick exhale before speaking earlier. Breathing out first drops your voice into its natural, calm register. That's the voice people trust, the voice people lean toward. You don't need a radio voice, you just need a grounded one. And grounded starts with a single, slow breath before you open your mouth. Try this one small experiment this week. Before you speak to a new person, breathe out through your nose, then say your first sentence. You'll sound calmer, feel calmer, and come across warmer in one breath. If you felt awkward in first meetings your whole life, I want you to know something. You're not broken, and you're not just not a people person. You've just never been taught the small mechanics that make first impressions feel easy. If any of this is landing for you, tell me your story in the comments below. I read them, and I promise you're not alone in this. Now let's zoom out, because this next idea ties everything together. Charisma isn't about being the most impressive person in the room. It's about being the warmest, most attentive person in the room. Impressive impresses people for a moment. Warm changes how they feel all day. And people remember how you made them feel long after they forget what you said. You aren't being judged for how clever you are. You are being felt for how easy you are to be around. E starts with dropping the pressure to perform. You are not on stage. You are just meeting a person. They are probably as nervous as you are, maybe more. When you remember that, your whole nervous system relaxes. And when your nervous system relaxes, theirs does too. Your calm can become their calm in seconds without a single word. That's the deepest kind of first impression, and it costs you nothing. Here's a reframe that will change how you walk into rooms. Stop asking, how do I look? And start asking, how can I make this easier for them? That question alone will make you more magnetic than any outfit ever could. Because the moment you stop performing, you start connecting. Let's get practical again, because you came here for things you can actually use. Here's a small formula for the first 60 seconds of any new conversation. First, arrive fully. Feet planted, breath out, face soft, torso turned toward them. Second, greet them like they matter. Name, eye contact, real smile, one steady beat of presence. Third, ask one small warm question and actually listen to the answer. Not a job interview question, just a human one. How's your day been so far? Works better than you'd think. How do you know the host? Works at almost any gathering. What brought you here today? Works in almost any room. The magic isn't in the question, it's in how you listen to the answer. Listen like their answer is the most interesting thing you've heard all week. Nod a little, react a little, ask one small follow-up. Follow-up questions are the secret handshake of charismatic people. Anyone can ask a first question, almost no one asks a good second one. When you do, they feel it, and they remember you for it. Here's a curiosity loop, because the next tip is one of my favorites. There's a small move at the end of a first meeting that beats everything at the start. I'll get to it in a moment, but first, let's clean up one more common mistake. Most people over-explain themselves in first meetings. They pile on details, name drop, and over-answer simple questions. It comes from a good place, but it lands as pressure. Confident people say less, and let curiosity carry the conversation. If someone asks what you do, give them one clean sentence and stop. If they want more, they'll ask. You don't have to earn your place in the conversation. You already have one, the moment you show up warmly. Now, that end of meeting move I promised you. Most people fumble the exit, mumble something, look away, and drift off. That awkward ending can undo everything great that came before it. Here's what to do instead, and it takes about 5 seconds. Look them in the eye, use their name, and tell them one small, honest thing you enjoyed. Maya, I really liked hearing about your trip, take care. It's warm, it's specific, and it lands like a soft signature at the end. Because the ending is what your brain files away as the overall feeling. So finish warm always, even in a 30-second interaction. Let's talk briefly about first impressions online, because so much of life happens there now. The same principles apply, just translated to the screen. Your camera is your eye contact, so look into it, not at yourself. Soften your face before the call starts, and breathe out before you speak. A warm, unhurried, "Hi Maya, good to see you," beats a rushed, "Hey, can you hear me?" The medium changed, but the human on the other side didn't. Give them warmth, and you'll stand out on every call you take. Here's a gentle truth I want you to hold on to. You will not nail every first impression, and that's okay. Some days you'll be tired, distracted, or just off your rhythm. First impressions are a skill, not a verdict. Every new person is a small, safe rehearsal. The more you practice with warmth, the more automatic it becomes. One day you'll walk into a room, forget all the tips, and simply be warm. That's when it's no longer a technique, it's just who you are. Let's do a quick recap so this stays with you. Slow down by 10% and breathe out before you speak. Soften your face before you enter any new room. Notice the color of their eyes when you meet them. Stay one beat longer than feels normal in the greeting. Catch their name, repeat it, and use it again later. Turn your whole torso toward them, not just your head. Ask one warm question and follow up on the answer. Say less about yourself and let curiosity carry the conversation. And every first meeting warm with their name and one honest, kind word. None of these are tricks, they're just the small human moves that make people feel seen. And when people feel seen around you, they remember you as warm. Warm is the impression that lasts. If this helped, do me one small favor before you go. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Give this video a like if even one of these ideas will change how you show up tomorrow. And drop a comment telling me which shift you're going to try first. You already have everything you need to make a great first impression. Now you have the mechanics, and you have me in your corner. Go make someone feel welcome today. I'll see you in the next one.